Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be going over 12 different tips if you're hitting up a sports card show. Sports card shows have been absolutely exploding this year. Everywhere across the United States, there's card shows every single weekend. No longer is it one big national show in Chicago or Atlantic City. Everyone has a local card show. And I've been going to card shows since the age of 5. So I've been going over shows probably for 15 plus years now. And across that time, I've learned quite a few tips. So in this video, I'm going to be going over 12 tips that you can implement at your next card show so you have a more successful show. So the first tip on going to card shows is actually finding your local card show. And there's actually quite a few different ways to do that. I made a full video, which I'm going to link down in the description down below on how to find a show. But I'm going to give you a few different ways right now. The first is to go to your local card shop, also known as your LCS, should know the people that are running the local show. So they'll let you know any specific dates. You can also take a look at some of the bigger Facebook groups, or you can also take a look at my website, breakoutcards.com. I have a directory of sports card shows there, so you can see if there is a show in your city. And if you're watching this video and there is a show in your city and it is not listed on my website, please email me. I want to add it to the site so more people can find it and go to your show. So tip number 2 is always bring cash to a card show. So a lot of dealers still will not accept Zelle, PayPal, or Venmo. There are cash only. And you might only bring $100 expecting to go pay with Venmo or PayPal, and a card's $600 and you can't buy that card. This has happened to me before trying to buy a 1934 Gaudi. An older dealer didn't know how to use PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, so I couldn't buy this card that I wanted for my collection. So I made the mistake of not going to the bank that morning. So guys, anytime you're going to a show, make sure to bring cash with you. And then also have these alternative payment methods ready. You never know, some of these younger dealers want to have Zelle or Cash App, Venmo, or anything like that. So have these ready just in case you run out of cash and you can go out there and spend extra money on some cards. So make sure you have different types of payment methods ready for the show. Tip number 3, bring cards to shows. So a lot of people have the stigma that dealers will not trade with you, that they're only going to do like 40 or 50% eBay, and that they are very, very difficult to work with. But that couldn't be further from the case. A lot of dealers will use your cards plus cash to make a deal happen. See, dealers want cards to buy. They know that they have buyers that want to buy specific players. Let's say for baseball, someone wants a Tatis or an Acuna, or basketball, someone wants a Luka or a LeBron. They know that. And if you have one of those type of cards that you don't want in your PC, bring that with you and trade for something that you want. And you can exchange it back and forth. Now, I want to shout out one of my Twitter followers here. His name is Bowman's 1951 Sports Card Adventures. Go check him out on Twitter at Bowman1951. I was talking about different tips for card shows, and he says, don't bring a wagon of cards to a card show. So one of the people at his local card show actually brought a wagon of trade bait. Guys, don't be that person that clogs up the hallways with a wagon. Bring a backpack and walk around. You can keep all of your stuff in a container just like this. So put your cards in here, put some slabs, put some singles, walk around with that in your backpack, and you should be good to go. The next tip is to go out there and actually know the prices of your cards. So don't go to the show blind. Know the prices of the cards that you want to buy. Know the prices of the cards that you want to trade. And the best way to use and find out the prices of the card is use an app called Market Movers. I'm going to put it on the screen right now. This tool lets you know industry trends based off of how many cards are being purchased, if the prices are going higher, lower, or they're stagnant, and what's happening overall. I really like this app. In fact, I use it every single week to see what's happening in the markets before I go to card shows. So if you guys want Market Movers, I have a 20% off discount coupon. It is called Breakout. So follow the link down in the description, use code Breakout, and save yourself 20% on the subscription price of Market Movers. Really awesome app. It's better than using 130-point eBay or a Beckett magazine. It lets you know the trajectory of where the card is going and recent comps. My favorite tool. And on top of that, it also has a phone app that just released, so you can use that on your phone instead of 130-point. Check it out. Link is down in the description down below. The next tip on this list is to actually negotiate with dealers. So a price on a card isn't fixed. These dealers will work with you. They have bills to pay. They have cards to flip so they can continue to get new inventory. So if a dealer wants $250 for a card, offer him $225. See if he'll accept the $225. You have to remember that eBay still exists. And if a seller wants to sell a card on eBay, they still have 10 to 15% fees, plus the risk of losing the card in the mail. And they still have to pay taxes on top of that. So offer something close to eBay if you want a card really, really badly. A dealer might be able to work with you on that. If they're charging over eBay, just walk away. Look, you can buy a card on eBay itself and you have buyer protection on that side of things. So don't pay over eBay prices at a card show. And next thing I want to talk about with buying cards is you can actually buy bulk at shows. So let's say you want to have multiple cards of a specific player for your PC. If a dealer has 10, 20 of these cards, you can go buy them and ask for bulk pricing. And a dealer, since you're buying a ton of cards off of them, will give you a 20% off discount, a 30% discount, depending on how many cards you buy off of them. So you can negotiate with the dealer and you can ask for bulk pricing if you're buying a ton off of a dealer. Save yourself some cash. Next tip is to go through the bargain bins at a show. And it kind of goes with the bulk pricing when you're getting a lot of cards. But with the bargain bins, these are a lot of the cards that the dealers couldn't sell at a high price, or they just don't want this inventory anymore, or it's something they picked up in a collection and they just don't really care about it. So if you go through the bargain bins, you can find a lot of good deals. There's cards in the $1 or $2 boxes that might be $5 or $10. And you have to remember, these things add up. If you find three $10 cards in a $5 box and you sell them for $10 each and you just paid $5 for each of them, you just made $15. You do that within 1 hour, you just made $15 an hour. So you can use these bargain bins to your advantage. Go through them, find some cards that you want, find some cards that you want to trade, find some cards that you're going to flip, and then come up with the stack and go over to a dealer and get that bulk pricing. These next two tips are kind of lumped together, and that's checking the card. So when you buy a card at a show, you have the option to see it in person rather online where you just see a image. So make sure you take a look closer at the card, inspect it, inspect the corners, inspect the surface, make sure it's not dinged up. Personally, I make sure a card looks mint before purchasing it. I do get burned every once in a while. I've bought and trimmed cards at card shows before, stuff that had scratches on it. And you are going to get burned, but make sure to look at a card carefully before buying it, especially if you're going for something more expensive. And this tip also goes with it. Make sure the card isn't faked. So earlier in the year in January, I believe, I bought a fake Mario Lemieux rookie card. And I was really, really upset about that. Spent $100 on this card and I was burned from it. And I don't know if the dealer knew it was fake or if he knew it was fake and just kept it out there just to burn someone. So because of that, I've been researching heavily on fake cards out there in the market. Everything from Mike Trout rookie cards to Wayne Gretzky to Mario Lemieux to Michael Jordan, everyone out there. And I've been writing a book the past 3 to 4 months. And I've been going out here and figuring out what makes a card fake, what makes a card real. And on this channel, every single week, I've been starting to upload videos showing you how to spot fakes. So if you don't know how to spot a Michael Jordan fake, if you don't know how to spot a Mike Trout fake, subscribe to the channel and watch the videos every Friday or Saturday because I'm coming out with a new video showing you how to spot that fake. So anytime you're going to a show and you're spending a lot of money on a raw card and you think someone might counterfeit it, check the channel and I might have the video on it. Also, I'm working on this book, so it's going to be published within the middle of summer. If you're watching this video in the future, the book is already published. Check down the description for the book link. If not, no worries. I'll be having more videos about these fakes, and I'll also announce it on the channel when the book is ready to go. The next tip is to actually buy your wax at a card show rather than online. So wax is cheaper at a card show. Someone on eBay doesn't have to pay shipping, and with wax boxes, they're super expensive to ship throughout the mail. So at a card show, you can work with a dealer. Sometimes they'll go, again, lower than eBay prices. Plus, you don't have to pay taxes. Plus, you don't have to pay that expensive shipping. So if you're looking for boxes to break or boxes to open for your enjoyment, make sure to buy those at a card show rather than online. Awesome to support the local card community. The next tip out here is to bring supplies. So you saw a little bit earlier in the video how I bring one of these boxes. Guys, also make sure to bring plastic savers. Make sure to bring out some penny sleeves because not all dealers are going to put the cards in penny sleeves if you're going from a cheaper box. Not all cards are going to be in plastic savers as well. Don't get these cards dinged up when you're transporting them back from the show to your house, especially if you're going on a plane or you're driving a far distance. Just bring some supplies to the show. If not, you can buy it from the show as well at a cheap price. So make sure to bring supplies there just so the cards don't get damaged. And the last tip for card shows is actually get there early. Don't show up to a card show 2 or 3 hours late and expect to find all the deals out there. Early bird gets the worm. So make sure to get there as soon as the card show opens, as soon as the doors open, because you're going to find those deals. These dealers just get cards in throughout the weeks and throughout the months, and they might decide to put it out in display. Might be the card that you've been looking for months. So if you get there early, you can grab it. If you show up late, that card is going to be already sold and you are out of luck. And one last thing I wanted to talk about is some of my Facebook group talked about why do dealers not put prices on cards. And this is kind of like a controversial subject, and I want to address it. So personally, I'm in favor of dealers putting the price on the card. And here's why. The dealers that usually don't put prices on the card are just going to load up their phone and look up for the highest eBay price and tell you that's the price on that card. However, if a dealer does their research beforehand, before the show, then they're going to have the price on the card and you can start negotiating with it. I personally really like having the prices on the card because I can walk by, see if I am in budget for a specific card, if I want to buy it or not, check eBay comps and see, okay, I'm going to buy this card or no, I'm not going to buy this card. So that's the answer to that question. Personally, I prefer dealers having the prices on their card. They really should. I get why they don't because the market's changing so much, but you really need to have those prices on those cards because there's a lot of dealers that will just walk by and aren't going to, or a lot of people that are going to walk by and not going to ask about the price of a card because you didn't put that on there. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe down below, click that like button, and then comment down below what has been your favorite pickup at a card show. For me, my favorite pickup at a card show, man, probably has to be the Nolan Ryan rookie card or the Lefty Grove 1933 Gaudi. Those are two cards I've been looking for a very, very long time, and I picked them up earlier this year. Really happy about that. And in fact, I got the Nolan Ryan rookie off of a subscriber on the channel, so it's nothing better than that. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.